Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Sahana. In today's video, we are discussing CARO 2020, which is one of the important topic of auditing and ethics. So you should not have to skip this concept at any cost because examiner is going to ask in every single attempt. Okay, it may be in MCQs or it may be in descriptive part. You need to read it. Okay, so I'll give you a quick introduction to the topic because it's a revisionary series. So what is the full form of CARO? Auditors Companies Auditors Reporting Order. Okay, Companies Auditors Report Order. Companies Auditors Report Order 2020. Okay, what are the companies comes under CARO 2020 then? So every company, including foreign company under section 2 and subsection 42 of the Companies Act, every company comes under CARO 2020. So then what are the companies which is not comes under CARO 2020? Okay, the first company is a banking company which is defined under the clause C of section 5 of Banking Regulation Act 1949. This is not comes under CARO 2020. And the second one is the insurance company as defined under Insurance Act 1938. Insurance Act 1938. Okay, and the company licensed to operate under section 8 company. That means section 8 company, non-profit organization. So, and a one person company defined under section 2 subsection 62 of the Companies Act. Okay, just very simple. First one is banking company, which is comes under Banking Regulation Act 1949, and second one is insurance company, which is comes under Insurance Act 1938, and the third one is section 8 company, and the fourth one is one person company, and the fifth one is, you need to remember this, you need to read it very carefully. Okay, so open your ICI study material 8.74, actually page number. Okay, 8.74. There is this fifth point: a private limited company which is not being a subsidiary of holding company. You obviously know that if it comes as a holding company, if the public company is the holding company, then private company is also considered as public company. So a private limited company not being a subsidiary of holding company of a public company, which is having a paid up share capital and reserves and surplus not more than, mark this word, okay, not more than 1 crore rupees. So capital and reserves and surplus not more than 1 crore rupees, borrowings exceeding 1 crore rupees, and also as per schedule 3 of the Companies Act, the revenue which is not exceeding 10 crore rupees all comes under this, not comes under CARO. Okay, and you need to mark this word because it's very flippery point actually, because which is not exceeding 10 crore rupees during the financial year, not the previous year. Okay, during the financial year means current year, not the previous year one, because sometimes we read everything but we don't read these kind of points, and we write something wrong in the examination. So I don't want you to do that. So during the financial year, remember that. Okay, this is the quick introduction to this topic. Now I'm going to explain 3 clauses. Okay, there are 21 clauses in CARO, but now I'm going to I'm taking only 3 clauses, which is very easiest one, and it's not also asked in the examination in past 2-3 attempts, I guess. So maybe it has the potential to come under this attempt. So I'm covering it. Okay, so clause 10, actually I'm going to do, that is 8.80, page number 8.80 in ICI study material. Whichever the material you are using, you need to just quickly make sure that where is the point is. Okay, so I give you a little bit preview of these 3 clauses. I'm going to explain section clause 11, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, clause 10 says that money raised in initial public offer and company has raised money through preferential allotment and private placement. Okay, when it comes to clause 10 of CARO, you need to remember initial public offer and private placement and preferential allotment. That's it, just remember this. Okay, and the 11th one is fraud. Just remember fraud. That's it. I'll explain it I'll explain to you again, okay? Remember, first 10th one is initial public offer, private placement and preferential allotment, okay? 11th one is fraud and 12th one is Nidhi company, okay? That's it, you finished it. I mean, mainly you finished it actually. So now, what section clause 10 of the CARO says, okay? Whether monies, I'm very sorry, you need to mark it by word, okay? Whether the money raised by the way of initial public offer or further public offer during the year, again during the year, were applied for the purpose of which those are raised. Means the money which we have raised as an initial public offer or further public offer, we should use for that purpose only, not any other purposes, okay? So if in case we used it for any other purposes, we need to record it. That's it. That's what it says. We need to record it, okay? That's the first point. And again another point in that clause 10, that is whether the company has made any preferential allotment or private placement, mark that word also, of shares or convertible debentures, fully, partially, optionally convertible, mark that also, during the year. If so, whether the requirement of section 42 and section 62 of the Companies Act have been complied with. What section 42 of the Companies Act says? It says private placement. Section 42 is private placement. You know that. You already read corporate law, no? So yeah. And section 62, what section 62 says? Offering, if we are offering new shares, then we should firstly prioritize our existing shareholders, then others. So that's what section 62 says, okay? So we need to comply with it. We need to comply with section 42 and section 62. Mark those points, okay? If it is not, it should be recorded. Amounts involved also to be recorded. That's it. 10th one is complete. It's very easy actually, but we need to read word by word. That's it, okay? So the 11th one is, I'm going to 11th one, which is, I already told you, fraud, okay? Whether any fraud by the company or fraud on the company has been noticed or reported, not and or reported, during the year, again during the year. If yes, the nature and amount should be involved to be indicated. It has to be disclosed, okay? Nature and amount should be disclosed. If yes, whether the fraud by the company, if example, I'm the company, well, the fraud which I made and also the fraud which is made on me should be reported. That's it. That's the first point, okay? And whether the report under subsection 12 and section 143 of the Companies Act is filed by the auditor in the form of ADT4, mark the word ADT4, and also section 143, prescribed under the rule 13 of the Companies Rules 2024 with the central government. What section 143 of the Companies Act says? Which says, actually, if any, listen to this carefully. If you want to check this also, you can go to page number 8.73, okay, in the ICI study material. So what it says is, section 143 of and subsection 12 says, if any fraud during the year has, I'm very sorry. If any fraud involved during the year, which is above 1 crore rupees, it should report to the central government, okay? We need to have, auditor need to report to the central government. That's it, okay? Section 143 says that. And the third point is whether the auditor has considered whistleblower complaints. Again, whistleblower, you know that, NLP Act 2008 also. You can read that, okay? These 3 points, done. Your 2 clauses of CARO is done. Now we are going for 3, which is very easy actually. Clause 12, whether the Nidhi company has complied with net own funds and deposits in the ratio of 1:2 to meet out the liability. Mark the word net own funds to deposits. Net own funds to deposits in the ratio 1:2. Sorry. Yeah. That's it. The first point is done. I don't think I need to explain this because it's a very easy sentence. And the second one is whether the Nidhi company is maintaining 10%, mark the word 10%, unencumbered deposits. Unencumbered term deposit means it's other than, uh, restricted deposits. Okay, it's other than restricted deposits. Means owner has the, what, how can I say, it's other than the restricted deposits as specified in the Nidhi rules 2024 to meet out the liability again. Okay, yeah. And the third one is whether there has been any default, whether there has been any default payment, it should also be, indicated. Okay, regarding interest on deposits, sorry, mark the word regarding interest on deposits or repayment should be, the details should be disclosed. Yes, that's it. These are the 3 points. If you really like the video, please do let me know because it really motivates me to make more videos. I feel, okay, I feel good in that way. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. I'll make more videos on CARO also. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye bye.